Hey, Oilers Nation, picture this. The trade deadline creeping up like a prairie storm rolling in fast, and the Oilers sitting on a quiet short list of forwards that could flip the Pacific on its head. Stan Bowman's out there planting seeds across the league, but there's an internal tug-of-war that's driving everyone in Edmonton nuts. Our crease looks locked down, no panic there, but that third line has holes you could drive a Zamboni through. So what's the move? Are we built to run the playoff as is? Or do we need a legit middle six center right now? You won't believe where things stand today. Grab a seat, tap that like button, and let's get straight into it. What if I told you Bowman's got his eye on the market, quietly building a list of top 9 forwards who could change everything for the Oilers? That's not smoke. That's straight from Pierre LeBrun over at The Athletic after recent scouting meetings. Edmonton has clear offensive targets ahead of the March deadline. But here's the twist. There's an internal debate brewing that could turn the whole plan upside down. Think about it. We're sitting at 2-5-1-8-8, right on the heels of second in the Pacific. The fan base is buzzing. You can feel it on Oilers Twitter and the message boards. People yelling, "Bowman, just pull the trigger already." Here's the reality. Bowman has talked to teams, laid the groundwork, but LeBron says it's all preliminary. Nothing's close. Why? Because the NHL is one big traffic jam this year. Parity everywhere. Nobody wants to sell when half the league thinks they've got a playoff shot. Edmonton's firmly in buyer mode with that record, but they're not desperate. And this is where the real debate kicks in. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins down the middle or on the wing. The guy's a Swiss Army knife. He can center a line or ride shotgun with McDavid. That's a good problem to have. If Nuge slides back to center, suddenly the third line settles down and you're hunting for a winger. If he stays on the wing, now you're shopping for a true center. That choice affects everything. Playoff lines, chemistry, even how tight you can squeeze under the cap. Look at the bigger picture. With McDavid and Draisaitl hauling the load, depth is what wins 7-game wars in the spring. Fans are split. You see it everywhere. Put Nuge at center and grab a killer winger. Don't mess with what's working. Bowman knows how this movie goes. After the Olympics, the market loosens up. Sellers emerge, prices drop. Wait it out, and you might land a bargain. Move too early, and you overpay. The team's trending the right way, no doubt. But when you're chasing the cup, the margins are razor thin. And it gets wilder because that Nuge dilemma is shaping trade. Talks that could involve names like Boone Jenner or Ryan O'Reilly. The market's tilted too. Lots of wingers available. Centers are scarce. Patience is smart. But man, the anxiety around here is real. And it doesn't stop there. That Nugent-Hopkins question is dictating the entire approach. Just like LeBron laid out on TSN, last week the front office went line by line through the forwards. Asking one thing, where does Nuge make the biggest impact, wing or third line? Center. That answer decides whether they chase a top 9 winger or a dependable center. In a tight, slow market, that decision weighs a ton. If Nuge moves to center, wingers are easier to find and usually cheaper. If he stays on the wing, now you're bidding for rare centers and the price skyrockets. Fans are split even on the podcasts and Reddit threads. Some want Nuge back in the middle. Others are screaming for a center no matter what. Dig a little deeper. Nuge's versatility is huge, but on the wing he's up against elite scorers every night and sometimes gets lost in the shuffle. At center, he stabilizes wingers who've been inconsistent all season. Come playoff time, face-offs, defensive reads, and sheltering tired lines can swing a series. And again, the market reality bites. Wingers are everywhere. Centers are gold. They win tough draws, protect the stars, and eat hard minutes. With Edmonton squeezed against the cap, you can't afford to overpay for a center without giving up futures or key pieces. Bubble teams aren't selling yet. Prices stay inflated. Bowman's playing the long game. Patience now keeps flexibility later. Rush it. And you risk boxing yourself in for this run and the next dot, so who fits? Boone Jenner in Columbus, their captain. Plays center or wing, brings leadership and playoff bite, could slide into the top 6. Ryan O'Reilly in Nashville, cup winner, elite on draws, can play anywhere. Maybe a shorter-term answer, but tailor-made for the postseason. Dark horse Blake Coleman in Calgary, speed, relentless for check, fits up and down the lineup. Interprovincial. Deals are never easy, but if the Flames sell, it's not impossible. For now, Edmonton's watching, gathering intel, staying surgical. Once Nuge's role is locked in and real sellers emerge after the Olympics, things could move fast. That's encouraging. But what if the market dries up? Fans want action. Yesterday, and while everyone's chewing on this trade deadline chess match, the 2026 window is already staring Bowman in the face. 2 straight cup final losses still sting around here. The good news, the net is handled. Connor. Ingram in October, Tristan Jarry in December. That tandem looks solid, no drama. Now it's about patching the other holes with limited cap space and assets. Choices matter. Let's rank the needs so the plan's clear. Least urgent, a depth defenseman. Those guys are around every year, usually cheap. You need bodies for playoff grind. 7 isn't enough. Stastny and Emerson slot in as 5 or 6, regular as a 7, but he's struggled. Names like Tyler Tucker, Logan Stanley, Luke Schenn, Jamie Oleksiak, or Connor Murphy could be options. If the price is right, fine. But you don't burn assets. There when bigger gaps are screaming. Next up, a scoring winger. Not a superstar, but someone who can complement McDavid or Draisaitl. The top 6 looks strong. McDavid with Hyman and Nuge is money. Draisaitl with Podkolzin and Kapanen has found something. Roslovic's fit in nicely. A true top 6 scorer would be great, but the cap hit and acquisition costs are massive. Panarin, McCann, Touch, Kyrou, DeBrusk, fun to dream, but you're moving. Mangiapane or Henrique, dealing with no move clauses. It's cap gymnastics at Olympic level. If a steal appears, sure. Otherwise, it's a long shot. The biggest need, no debate, a third-line center. That spot has been bleeding. Henrique's hurt post-Olympics, and before that it was rough. 2 goals, 10 points in 43 games. Roslovic can fill in, but he's better on the wing, and defensively, you worry in the playoffs. This is the upgrade that changes everything. Targets include Boone Jenner at $3.75 million, Charlie Coyle at $5.25, or Ryan O'Reilly at $4.5 with a year left. You clear about $4.6 million by moving Mangiapane, waiving Picard, or getting Henrique to open his no-move clause. That locks down the middle, protects the stars, and makes you a nightmare in the playoffs. Bowman, pick up the phone. What would you prioritize? Because what I'm seeing in the rumor mill today has me buzzing. Oilers Nation. What a day. A quiet, short list of forwards, the Nuge wing versus center debate shaping everything. Possible fits like Jenner, O'Reilly, or Coleman. A slow market that could pop after the Olympics, and the biggest need screaming for a third-line center. Goaltending set with Ingram and Jarry, depth D is secondary. A scoring winger is tempting but pricey. At 25188, this team feels ready to take the next step. Does this plan fire you up or make you nervous? It's a calculated push for the cup. Drop your take in the comments, hit subscribe, and let's see where Bowman goes next. Oilers forever.